All right, my precious beloved church, continuing on our journey to uncovering the truth in regards to Comet ISON and Revelation 8, 3 days of darkness, the biblical 3 days of darkness, um, and has 6 of the 7 seals been opened. If you have not seen part 1 through 3, I suggest you go back and you watch part 1 through part 3. Now I see a few thumbs down, more thumbs up than thumbs down. Again, I can't understand any thumbs down at all, not by the brethren, because I'm not giving you my words. I'm reading the living word, not man's word, not man's ideas, not man's theology, not man's teaching. We're going to the living word of a living God and the words of our Messiah, Jesus. And we will be looking now in Revelation 6, and we will be hearing the words of John the Revelator as well, not man. Let's continue on. Now, before we get to the point here where the Lamb opened the first seal, there is something that's taken place in heaven that John the Revelator has witnessed. There are some elders up there wearing fine white linen, white robes, and they're all wearing crowns of gold. And I just want to draw that to your attention. We're not going to go to pre-trib, mid-trib, post-trib, but if you followed us on Tiny Chat in our service over there, we already explained who these people are with the crowns of gold and the white robes. Let's begin. Revelation 6, beginning at verse 1. And I saw when the Lamb opened one of the seals, and I heard, as it were, the noise of thunder. One of the 4 beasts saying, Come and see. And I saw, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering, and to conquer. Now, again, all theology aside, we know if you study deeply and are intensive in your study, and you have a background as a Bible scholar or a theologian, but this first seal that has been opened is the Antichrist on a white horse, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. Say what you will about who you believe is the Antichrist, if you believe he's already here. This would be the Antichrist, and he has not made his appearance on the world stage as of yet. Let's go to verse 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard a second beast say, Come and see. Now, again, this is the words of John the Revelator. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. Many today who believe we are looking at Comet ISON, we're going to have 3 days of darkness, and the 6 seals have been opened. Well, this has already taken place. But I want to remind you of the words of Jesus, not man, not preacher, the Messiah, Jesus. This will be a time like the world has never, ever seen before. Ever. Ever. This has not happened yet. And we'll never see again. That's Jesus' words. Go and take you back to Matthew, the book of Matthew. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. And I heard a voice in the midst of the 4 beasts say, A measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Not enough time. Another video I will explain this a little better. We're talking about the oil. We're going to talk about the parable of the 10 virgins, but that's for another video. And when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, Come and see. And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed with him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth to kill with sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beast of the earth. Now, I've heard many people, especially on YouTube, quoting this. This is happening right now, that there is hunger, and there is famine and death. And indeed, but I have to take you back, not to man's words, but to the words of Jesus. He told us the signs leading up to tribulation, that there will be famines and pestilence. And we have seen this in our lifetime, in our grandparents' lifetime. But it will be at this time, when the pale horse rides, like the world has never seen since the beginning, right up to this time. We have seen these things. We have seen, I want to take you to, let's go here, the Black Death. We've had the potato famine, where people were starving from hunger, starving to death. It reminds me of a movie that my precious grandmother loved called The Good Earth, where one family survived the famine by eating the dirt, the good earth, to get the nutrients. The Black Death was one of the most devastating pandemics in human history. This is going back now, resulting in the death of an estimated 75 to 200 million people, and peaking in Europe in the years 1340 through 1350. Going way back, brothers and sisters, we have seen what we're seeing today. Talk about a pale horse, pales in comparison to what has happened prior. In the past, we've seen the reign of Hitler and the annihilation of the Jewish people. They were put into ovens alive. And I'm sure at that period, people that were in the book, in the word, thought that that was the end too. But Jesus reminds us this will be a time that this world has never seen since the beginning of time, and will never see again. What we're seeing today doesn't even compare to what has happened in our past history. Let's go to verse 9. And when he had opened the fifth seal, I saw under the altar the souls of them that were slain for the word of God, and for the testimony which they held. Let's go to verse 10. And they cried with a loud voice, saying, How long, O Lord, holy and true, dost thou judge and avenge our blood on them that dwell on the earth? Verse 11. And white robes were given unto every one of them, and it was said unto them that they should rest yet for a little season until their fellow servants also, and their brethren, that they should be killed as they were, should be fulfilled. Now let's go to the sixth seal. And we can get into some deep, deep Bible understanding and theology with verse 11, but for time's sake. And I beheld when he opened the sixth seal, and lo, there was a great earthquake, and the sun became black as sackcloth of hair, and the moon became as blood. None of these events have happened to date. None of the seals yet have been opened to date. Stay tuned. We're going to come back, and we're going to go to Revelation 8. Leave me comments, everyone. We have not seen the Antichrist on the white horse. We have not seen these events. We have not seen the four horsemen of the apocalypse. We have not seen one seal be opened yet. Whether you believe in pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib, none of these events have happened yet. Stay tuned.